Okay, everybody, we are now moving on to step 4. This is a little bit kind of like merged with step 3, but I did it separately so that you guys could have a chance to practice just the editing side of things on that develop screen with all the options that you have. So hopefully you played around with those tools a little bit to see some of the ways that you could edit these photos. And I think when you are doing this with your own photos, depending on the situation that you're in and how much editing that you'll need, you'll be able to experience those a little bit more. So if you haven't, just make sure that you have worked with some of these dials over here on the right, and also attempted some of that maybe like cropping and angling, just so you can see how that works, because those will be tools that you use all the time. What I'm going to show you right now is not how to write a cut line, because you guys already know how to write a cut line, hopefully, but how to write a cut line within Lightroom. So this is called embedding a cut line, and it is part of the process that we use for editing. So we actually embed the cut lines into Lightroom. But just to be safe, we also put those on another document as well. So I'm going to show you the Lightroom part of it and then explain what you will do in Google Docs. So for Lightroom, you just come back over here to the library tool. Remember that you're only going to be doing this with the ones that you are going to use. So this is your like best of that you will use with a gallery. But for cut lines and for submission for your assignment, you're actually only going to write 2 cut lines. And you're going to write them for what you think are the best photos that you have. So the 2 best. And again, this is mostly just for grading practices for me, so I'll always be grading those 2 cut lines for you. So you guys are going to go through your library. You're going to pick your best 2. You can kind of just eyeball, because I imagine you guys have more than 2 5. So you're just going to decide which 2 you want to do. Make sure they're 2 different ones. You don't want to use the exact same ones for these, are ones that like look super similar. For example, I would not use this one and this one because they're super similar. So you want to do 2 that are a bit different. You're going to click on the photo, and then over here on the right, you're going to see a section for metadata. Okay. So in the metadata, you're going to go ahead and give this a title. And the title is going to be the same thing as the photo name. So I think you guys called this Bio Lab with your initials. And then you're actually going to type the caption right here. So I know it's kind of tiny, but you're going to just type your minimum of 3 sentence cut line into this caption block. I can show you what this looks like. So this might be something like sophomores, Robert Smith and Zach Ross work together as they dissect squids during the lab on March 10th in Joe Brocksmith's biology 2 class, period. And then obviously there would be more sentences. And then it should just save in there. So you'll do the same thing with another photo. 2 things you need to know. For the practice assignment, I have provided a document for you with information about these specific photos that you can use. Some of it is made up, so it's just facts that you can use to write these cut lines. So you're going to use those. You can make up names, though, just so you can like put a name to a student's face. You will not normally ever make up names. This is just for practice. So you can use that document. It is under the weeks module. So it'll say cut line information for practice photos. So you can just open that document and use that information. And then the other thing you need to know, if you're ready to do this today, you're actually going to create a Google Doc in your Google Drive with a document. You're going to create a document in your Google Drive with your cut lines on it. So once you have written them in Lightroom, you're going to copy them. So I just double clicked on that. Command C is copy, and then you're going to go to your Google Doc that you've created, and you're going to paste this into the Google Doc, and this will be part of what you end up sharing when it's all said and done. So 2 cut lines on the 2 best photos. If you want to go ahead and make the Google Doc today that you copy these 2, you can definitely do that. When I show you the step of how to export everything, the Google Doc will come back into play for that as well. So this was step 4. You're just writing cut lines today. Let me know how I can help you.